Ritual, just recite it with a candle. In order for the third eye to work, the kundalini has to rise, and the melanin and all the fire has to rise up to the third eye. So that process alone gives you enough energy to deal with what you need to deal with when it comes to the, to the people. If you want to invoke certain gods, you call on the third eye. Then you might say, I want to talk to Ganesha. I want to talk to so and so. And this is how this works. So this is only $5, but these are real powerful. So before you get out here tonight, get that too. Give me some questions right quick. Yeah, what's that? Mm-hmm.
I've been studying a lot of black history, especially out of the 1800s with black Americans. Mm-hmm. There's a thread that keeps repeating itself. There's a trend that many of our great people from over here was not accepted by the so-called upper class Caucasian, the South, in the South and in the North. Mm-hmm. A lot of them went over to Europe, and you see in all of these stories with like Carver, Douglas, all of them sat at the feet of monarchs. Mm-hmm. Right. They all sat in the courts in France. Yeah, right. Then it was like they started taking tours and going to all of these different. They'll go to England. They'll go to the courts in France or whatnot, and they were being treated by the monarchy. Right. Now when I do my Moorish history, and like you were touching on yesterday about the Moors being the progenitors to all of that information, even that way of living, that monarch class, do you have any information with that being tied in, especially saying that this race that got created in the Americas being a distinct race, are they being accepted by the parents who are these Europeans who basically set this up?
Outside of this country, we are still numero uno. They love us.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
You see what I'm saying? They love us. Oh, you see what I'm saying? Because they know our history. Mm-hmm. So they know our history, and so so yes, most definitely, and it is up to this country to deceive the world about us. So let me give you an example. One of the worst portrayals of us in human history happened last year. And that was the movie Precious.
Oh my goodness. Absolutely disgusting.
It was one of the worst events in human history.
Yes, it was.
It happened last year. Yep. Now, we don't understand certain things. When they make those movies, they're not making those movies for us or for America to be deceived. You know black people with Mercedes-Benz. You know black lawyers. You know black doctors. You know this. So whenever you see this derogatory thing, it goes under the radar for you. Because you say, well, that's not realistic, because we know successful black people for the last 200 years. Mm-hmm. But what we don't understand, people in Germany, people in France, black people in Germany, black people in France, black people on the continent, they don't see you as the doctors and the lawyers and the most educated black people on the planet. They see you.
Whoever wants food, 2 more people can come out and get it if they want food.
They see you as precious. You see, and especially if you get that Tony Brothers thing on Precious. It's unbelievable. Yeah. Everybody should watch that. Yeah. But they see you as precious, and they see you as those pathetic characters. And because they gave Monique the Academy Award.
They solidified it.
Anytime you get the Academy Award, the world goes to see these movies. It solidifies it, but what it does, it brings more attention to the movies. So the entire planet saw Precious, these pathetic characters, and Monique. You see what I'm saying? And I told people, I said, I hate this motherfucker. I said about 2-3 years ago. And my girl said, hate is a strong word. But the spirit was telling me what this ignorant nigga was going to do, and she's not even aware of it. She's going to win the Academy Award, but it's going to This stuff is going to go around the world. And so they use these things to just try to deceive the rest of the people who used to think highly of us, you know. So yeah, so that's a form of warfare. It's the perception, or it is the image warfare, which is more powerful than just killing somebody, because the image, the stereotypes last for generations.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I just wanted to veggie back right on that, because not only does it when they put the Academy Award winning, you know, advertisement on top of the movie, does it make more people go to it?
Yeah.
But then when you have a negative movie with negative portrayals about black folks, with black stars in it, black notable stars already, it makes people think it has to be true. Otherwise, Monique wouldn't star in it.
Let me tell you, not only that. I met some black girls that came from England back in the late 90s. And they came to Atlanta. And they were very disappointed because we was taking them around to different clubs and different places. And they were like, we don't want them old bougie niggas. You know, I said, no, these are just regular black people. And what they thought, what they saw on the hip-hop videos,
they want that.
They thought that we lived that way
all day.
Like, let's say I get up in the morning and I'm jumping up on cars with naked women and things. They wanted to see that. And they were very disappointed when they didn't see that, when they saw upper mobile black people. And I was like, that's videos. The people on the videos don't, those videos, they don't act, we don't live like that.
But they walk up and down 125th Street every day looking for that. You feel
Right.
me? That's why when the niggas walk by with the pants hanging down,
Right.
the Europeans turn in unison and starts clicking away.
Yeah, but these were black. These were,
well, you know what?
These were two black girls from England.
Well, we
No,
seen
I'm
something
saying
surprising
both.
yesterday, though. It was funny. Me and Sinetta.
Yeah.
A young guy, maybe about 22 years old, Caucasian. And when I say Caucasian, I mean so Caucasian it looked like he couldn't even come out early in the afternoon. He gotta wait till the sun dropped. Like he's still that light. He's pink light, like Harry Potter Caucasian.
Yeah.
And he was going to jail, and he was arrested by 3 white officers and 1 Spanish guy for smoking a joint. Half a joint too, they arrested him with. Right there on between 7th and Lenox. Now the funny thing was, not just that the white dude's going to jail on 125th, because people standing around him. But the funny thing was his face. Because I study human nature, that's one of my favorite subjects. And his face told me the story that he just knew the one place that a white boy would not get arrested smoking weed at was on 125th. Because he watched them damn videos so much, he figured he knew he was good to smoke on 125th.
Yeah.
And if you looking at Saturday night, by the time he got arrested, it had to be about 50 joints lit up on 125th at a time, but they got him because you were out of place and you didn't belong there, and he came there with those preconceived notions. So that's one instance where that shit worked against him.
Yeah. So this whole thing has been going on since Marcus Garvey. They decided after Marcus Garvey brought that many Africans in the diaspora together, and they were all together, that they would make sure that we be separated from now on. And separated from now on. And they work for the last 80 years, they've been working towards that whole thing. Give me some questions.
I have so it's YouTube, right? With you and then with a lot of other people. But the thing that was on there that I'm concerned with is that they had someone named Yakub or Yakab who's supposed to have invented or created the Caucasian. Is there any fact?
Okay. Okay. The Yakub is just a mythology to tell about some genetic gene splicing that we did do. Now, the thing about it here is, what you're talking about here is not all Europeans, but it was a group of people, mainly some Egyptians, because the Egyptians say in the Hermetic text that our problem is we created another race of men. That's in the Hermetic text, Walter Scott's book, Hermetica. So we got more text on the creation process than we do on the climate adaptability. Although the climate adaptability is